I was forced to do whatever they wanted. And that's how, I mean, the whole pre-production. So I was really doing whatever they wanted. And for the story, I mean, 2 weeks before first day of shooting, the producer called me and sent me the first release, the 1.0 version of the script. Telling me, okay, that's the official script. Even though it's not done, we still have some work on it. So please tell me what you want. Well, what you think? And I said, you know what? I just moved in a new apartment. I was in Vancouver. And I said, now I'm at the 18th story. I don't know if I'm going to jump tonight or tomorrow. So she didn't like the sense of humor. She didn't have the sense of humor. She didn't appreciate my humor anyway. And right away she told me, okay, if you feel you're not the guy not the director for that movie, let me know. Meaning, you know, if you're not happy, okay, bye-bye.
I was wondering, could you walked out of the project if you were?
Of course, I could. Of course,
you could have. You decided to.
Yeah, she told me, if you want, I mean, you can leave. We can replace you in overnight. So, and of course, suddenly, you know, I knew I was good, because there's no way I would leave the script, leave the movie. I mean,
you were there from the beginning. You know, you saw it you gave birth. Let's say.
Yeah.
So you wanted to challenge yourself.
So it's a ship. I mean, a big movie like that is a ship. And as a director, you're the captain of the ship, like the CEO of the big company. And as the captain of the ship, even the ship is sinking, you don't leave the ship. I mean, you're the last to leave the ship. That's, you know, and that's how I'm built. So of course, there's no question I would leave the ship or leave the movie. So I did the movie, of course. And then my obsession was to do as good as possible, to do the best I could, to make beautiful shots, if it's possible, to make Halle Berry beautiful, which is not difficult.
And she is.
She is. And
even with the trash bag on her, she's beautiful.
That was the easy part. That was really the easy part. So yeah, so I did my job as a director, as a CEO of a big company. You have to make it. You have to make your day. You have to make everybody happy. So on that part, it was amazing, because, you know, the crew was fantastic, and I had the best professional ever, and very good people. And same with actors. My relationship with Halle was fantastic, as well as with Sharon Stone. Sharon was really, even though she can be very difficult, with me she was always very nice. So on that level, it was really like a dream. But then at the end, you know, the movie is nothing that, you know, I would have done personally. So, but I did it.
Now we know, Peter, now we know the real story. What happened to that film, Catwoman? Yeah. And by the way, I didn't want to ask anything about it, but you started, so now we know the real story, the behind the scene.
And the thing is, at the end, I mean, what you keep from that type of experience, what I like to say, because it's really the truth, is I feel like I'm in a Rosemary's Baby. I've been raped by the devil, and I gave birth to this baby. So I can't say it's not my baby, because it is my baby. I'm buried. I shot pretty much. Of course, there's a few shots, second shot, but most of it I did it, and so it's mine. So so I can't say it's not mine, but it's not mine.
I understand.
It's really, I mean, it's really like a rape. You know, I'm sorry to use this very strong word, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, as psychologically and creatively, it's a rape, because, you know, they drag you to do something. It's like, you know, like the drug, you know, like the rape, you know. Like when, I don't know the name of this drug, you know, you put that in the glass of a drink, and the woman or the guy, the woman drinks the thing, and people do whatever they want with them. So it's the same thing. I mean, they attract me because they took me from France to Hollywood. They said, okay, we want you to make this movie. I said, yes, of course. And then, you know, the process, say, okay, you want this and this? Yes. You know, at the beginning, I could have everything I wanted. Everything, all my demands were granted. virtually granted until we really start production and stuff. And then this, no, you have to do this and this and this. Wow. So it's a right, because, you know, there's no way I could walk out. I could walk away. It was impossible. Of course, I could. You
could have, but as you said, you were born with it.
Yeah, I'm fucking captain of the ship. I don't walk away. I mean, it's not. So
you were, Peter, you were courageous, because maybe someone else would have said, you know, I don't want that responsibility anymore. You went through the end, and you took the blame, even if it's not the blame, but you took the responsibility of the film in his entirety. So not everyone would have done it. So I think you have to be proud for what you did. Because
I don't know. It's a director. It's being a director. If you accept it, just do it. You know, you have some directors. You have some directors. I won't name anybody. You know, but you have people who after, oh, the studio is bad. Yes, of course. But you know it before. Of course, I knew that things could be wrong. But I did it because, you know, and I accept the responsibility, and, you know, I did it. Yeah, of course. But it's part of the job. It's part. If you're a director, you're a captain. You're a director. You're the person who directs things. So you're master.
See, I can't believe it and imagine, because also Hollywood is such a big machine, and it's like working for big companies, that you are kind of a little puzzle, not a puzzle piece, and you kind of have to do what they tell you. Yes, you are the main person or the star, but then you have to satisfy so many other people. So it's kind of gambling and a gimmick. They might use it. It's like mentally, it's psychologically.
It's hard.
It must be hard. Like, I can feel your...
And you're at the high level. I mean, as a director, you are really at the highest, the pyramid, because you're the boss. But you have boss above you. You have bosses above you. But then when you look down, you know, you have everybody who is here to please you. You know, because that's why you have this kind of ambiguity, because you are in between the big bosses, that they have all the power, and you have your own power above, you know, all the people who work for you. But the people, they work for you, not for the big bosses. That's the way.
Right. So you also want to protect them, and it's tough because you need to protect them. They are your...
They're your crew. I mean, and you spend hours, you spend 20 hours a day, some time with these guys, and you love them, because, you know, they work for you. I mean, and the whole thing on the shooting, it's a director who bring the mood and the ambience and everything. And people, if they like you, and if they understand you, they will work, you know, harder, and they will bring more of their hearts for you. But it's for you. It's not for Warner Brothers or whoever is above. It's for you. So you have a huge part of responsibility with the crew, and because you are at the center of that, and you must respect that. And so that's what I was trying to do, is to respect, you know, the movie, because, you know, you work for, and as a director, you work for a movie, and you have to respect the movie, as well as the crew respect you. So it's this kind of, you know, playing with respect. And then you have a studio then above that, who, depending on who you work with, can have respect or not, and that's, you know, that's a different story. But the whole, and that's the beauty of this industry. I mean, and especially of this job as a director, it's all about connection you have with people. It can be horrible if things go wrong, and it can be magical when things go beautiful. I stumbled upon virtual reality a few years ago, like 5 or 6 years, when Oculus started their first really headset publicly, which was like a DK, or it was a developing kit for developers. And then I bought this headset, and I was just curious, because, you know, I'm kind of a tech guy. You know, I've been with technology all my life, And so I was curious about what is this VR thing. People were saying, well, it's a movie 2.0, the future of movie. And I said, okay, why not? Well, let's have a look. And then I start to work my way around and to understand what it is. And I was really blown away. From the first hours I've been under the hood, like this headset, I was blown away, even though the quality was quite rough at the time, but by this quality of being immersed. That was amazing. To be really immersed in a world where you can look around, be there. It was just amazing. So that's how I felt. And I said, okay, this is pretty close to whatever I wanted, to bring people into an immersion.
And then you decided more for the well-being, right? Like meditation, virtual reality,
Yeah. The reason is, at that time people were saying, okay, it's the thing for it's a new way of telling stories. And I thought, no, it doesn't work like that. I mean, to tell a story, you need to have a frame. And the frame is a frame of a computer or whatever, or the frame or me talking to you. I mean, it's a frame. It's not 360. So you don't tell a story in 360. When you are in a 360 world, you experience something. It's an experience. So it's very, very different in terms of how you play with it. So I forgot about, telling stories like that, because I thought, okay, maybe one day we'll be able to tell stories in VR or in this world.
I'm sure. Maybe you can start. You can be the first one to start.
That's my thing. I mean, because, to me, the storytelling, the magic of storytelling is like a grandma. When a grandmother tells a story to her kid, so to the kids. I mean, she will invent a story. She will take like a basic story, like say the Red Hood, okay? Okay, and then so she will start with a story with a wolf, Red Riding Hood. She will start with a story. Of course, the wolf is bad and so on and so on. But she will adapt the story depending on how the kids are this night. If she wants really to play with them, maybe she can make the grandmother the bad guy, and the grandmother at the end kill the wolf, or maybe it's the Red Riding Hood who is the bad girl. Whatever. I mean, she will be able to retool, refashion the story in real time, depending on how the kids are reacting. Oh. And maybe the wolf becomes a dragon or whatever. But the whole point is, it's all about being in real time and dealing with people and look in the eyes of the kids and try to feel how they feel to modify the story. So I guess the future of the storytelling in that direction is this.
Are you already thinking about it, like a story, the way you were telling us about changing?
Yeah, so but technically it's not. It doesn't work today, but it will one day. I mean, it's science fiction, but to me, it's really science fiction of storytelling, or where you bring people in. But it's not like a video game where you can consciously make choices. No, it's unconscious. It's unconscious. So it is watching something.
You are the one deciding the ending of the story, or how you want the character to be.
No, you're not. You're not deciding. I mean, it's not a game. I mean, you're not deciding at first. I mean, it's depending on how you react that the story goes.
I understand now. Okay, I see.
It's pretty much like in real life. I mean, you can decide stuff, but at the end, universe or whatever your God or whatever you want to call it is doing things, and you are in the flow of something, and you are dealing with the elements, and you are within something, and depending on how you react, things will be differently. Okay, so I mean, you have sort of an action on things, but not on everything. Of course, if you decide to go left or right, things will be different. But at the end, maybe or maybe not. Maybe maybe not. So but
it's like a sliding doors. Like talking about sliding doors. Like if you take the subway, you have a kind of life, you don't take it, a different life.
Exactly. So, I mean, so it's all about, you know, not necessarily making decision, but, you know, is how thing, you know, or existing around you, depending on what you do. But it's not really caused by a reaction or a reaction of a cause. It's more abstract. So that's how I see the future of storytelling. So you decide the world you want to be in, and you know all the components you want to play with, and then the story goes for you, and then you are like and you under
well, so it's something by the sound of it, like connected to our brain, like how like it seems like connecting to our brain functions.
Yeah.
Like the way that.
You know, of course, there's so many tools you can connect with brain waves, with you know, with blood pressure or whatever. No, of course, it's biofeedback. Of course, it's the biofeedbacks that will, you know, take information about you. No, I'm not going like, you know, that deep as Elon Musk having.
No, but don't share ideas. Don't, because you know now here in Hollywood they might.
But you know,
oh, we can't do that.
Yeah. So, but definitely, I mean, using your biofeedback and how you react to have an influence on the story. So that was, you know, my basic view of the future and how I would love to do things. But knowing, you know, it's years ago.
Step by step, Peter. Yeah. I think it seems like your ideas are very clear. Like how you see the future, you just told us. So I'm sure you might be able to really work towards that final thought that you have, idea that you have.
I'm working on it. So, and the first step I took to get into that direction was, you know, so I live in Hollywood, you know, under the sun, and you know, and with all, you know, and with this culture of well-being and meditation. I've been practicing meditation for years and years and years, and yoga and all that stuff. So I have a lot of experiences in that realm, as well as psychedelics and all that. So, you know, I really made my way in that realm. And then I thought, when I really thought about, okay, what would be the first step for VR? To me, it was obvious that, you know, the immersive aspect of VR is a really amazing help for people who want to meditate. So something that simple, you know, meditation takes a lot of, you know, energy, not energy, but you know, you have to decide to meditate. To meditate, it's a work. I mean, you have to spend enough time. You have to understand the process. It's not something that you do, you know, overnight. It takes a while, and to get, you know, to be able to focus and all that. It's possible. It is practice.
You know, when I talk about meditation, to be self-interrupted, but when I talk about meditation, I say, wait, what you do? You just stay there like this with your eyes closed, and what do you think? What you do? Like, so for some people, it's like nothing. But I meditate not maybe as much as I should, but I'm doing it, and it's so liberating after when you wake up from this unconscious, but this conscious state of mind, in the sleep mode, let's say. I mean, for myself, everything is brighter.
Yeah, of course.
It's unbelievable. Like, so you are very active. Like, people think, oh, you just stay like that.
No.
But no, you are active. You're not sleeping, which
no.
You have to try, but it's hard at the beginning because you want to move, you want to do this.
Yeah. No, of course. And the whole process is your brain. Yeah, and your brain is working really hard. And you know, and the deeper you go in that world, I mean, you are really physically reconnecting, rewiring your brain. You are developing, you know, connections in your brain, doing meditation and all that. So it's really effective, and it's physical. It's not just, you know, woo woo, and no, it really has an impact on the cells in your brain.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and it's to me the VR component was a really good help for people to get into a next step. You know, you have amazing, apps like, Mindspace, all that, that really are amazing help to meditate.
What's
But
the name
it's
of
hard.
it? Oh,
Mindspace. Mindspace.
MySpace.
MySpace. Yeah, it's one of the biggest.
Oh, I know MySpace.
Of course, it's one of the best one. But it takes a lot of work, and even though you try to do it, you're at home and you close your eyes, and then but suddenly something happens, you open an eye or whatever. I mean, it's hard to disconnect from the reality in where you are, because it's as soon as you open your eye, you are in your room. Even though half a second before you thought you were somewhere else, you open your eye, you're back in your room, and it takes you back to reality. But then when you do that under the hood, in a different reality, then you can close your eyes, of course. But when you open it, if you want to open it, then you're still in a different reality. So you're already somewhere else. So your brain, your focus can really, really go away from the real life. We don't work.
And we were talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about this before doing this live, when we briefly talked on the phone. Like, our brain doesn't recognize when something is real or not. Like, that's why visualization is working a lot for reaching a dream. If we visualize the place where we want to be, it might not happen, but there's a bigger chance it happens, because our brain starts to realize that that's our reality. So more you visualize, and more that dreams coming true. Like,
totally.
So I think it's the same concept of when you have the called like the goggles.
The goggles.
The goggles.
Headset. And the thing is, it works. So we have with friends, we have started the startup company in France called 6sense VR, and we have built a first experience, and now we are on a beta test stage, and we have people because it is dedicated for corporation, for companies. So it's to help people the well-being at work, and so now we have a few headsets in companies, and we have people every day trying it. And the reactions are amazing, because people who are really people who are not meditators or whatever, have no experience in VR or nothing.
But that it all help. I think what
really
you created, the meditation with the goggles, like really immersed to be able to immerse ourselves in that kind of reality, is helpful for people who cannot do it just like closing their eyes. So some people can do it, but if they cannot, it'll help for sure.
No, of course. And you have people who have a hard time to close their eyes. You have people who are really who are for many reasons, they can't stay a long time eyes closed without sleeping. So I mean, in that situation, you stay wide open, and wide open in all sense. Your mind is open, your eyes are open. And then, so we are using really very simple technique of breathing. So because all the breathing techniques are really very powerful. So that's what we're using. It's a mindfulness techniques, body scan, breathing, and the environment is reacting on the breathing, and so people are really into something that is themselves. So it's almost taking some mushrooms or something like that. It's where you live the moment with a different perspective. You have a different. It's a shift in consciousness.
So can like you said that you're working more with big companies, but can someone like me go online and requesting this kind of?
No, not for now. Of course, I mean the end game is to be able to be for everybody. But for now, because of the cost of the headset, for many reasons. I mean, it has to. I mean, people won't buy the headset, even though now we have a headset for like a few $100. But it's not. The market is more like B2B for business. So that's why for us to start and to be able to get money for that, because it's kind of expensive. So we have to start with companies, because companies have the budget for the employees, for the well-being,
Of course.
and they're looking for that this type of thing. So especially big companies with so many employees, they need to help them, because the stress, and especially after the fucking COVID and stuff,
the what? Sorry, the COVID.
Yeah, the fucking COVID. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
The
like
2 years we
really
spent. Yeah.
Go back home, put those goggles on. Goggles, right? Is it? Yeah.
Goggles. Yeah.
Goggles. Yeah.
Goggles. Yeah.
No, somehow it seems. Put the goggles on and like just. Like maybe in a bathtub with candles and flowers, something.
Yeah, everything.
But you don't need that because everything's already here. I generally appreciate it, really. Like, I'm getting emotional because you open yourself, and that was something I didn't want to talk about for respect, but you open up in such a genuine way, and you are, and I can tell you are in a great state of mind from, you're breathing with your eyes. No, it's true. I say those things because I feel it even in this little Instagram screen, but I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Pitov.
My pleasure.
And I posted again, and thank you for everyone who listened to us, to Pitov and Sarah Z.
Thank you everyone.
Pitov Komar. Ciao. Merci beaucoup. Merci. Bye.